Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my all-time Sephora must-haves. There is their VIB sale going on right now. It's Rouge 20, VIB 15, and I think Beauty Insider 10. It's on until November 9th, so if you want to learn about some new products, some old favorites of mine, then keep on watching. Before I begin, I'm going to give a huge shout out to Ana Luisa for this video. They have sent me these gorgeous pieces, these two earrings, and I'm also wearing one of their older necklaces that I received in a newer one. It's called Suraz. I'm obsessed with this company. I heard a lot about them from influencers online, and I'm like, is this company really legit, or is their products really that good? I have a really hard time wearing jewelry because I always get like, it's gonna sound weird, but like an ear infection, but like not really. Like if you guys struggle with the same thing, please comment, because I hate wearing jewelry that makes my ears feel like tingly or like sore. I don't get any of this with Ana Luisa. They have perfectly on-trend products that are so affordable. They start at $39. They've got some affordable products. They have also some really luxury, like diamond necklace and earrings. You know, Christmas is coming up. Send that link to your significant other because everybody wants some diamond pieces in their jewelry. I'm styling my pieces in like a stacked look right now. This is one of the older necklaces that I have from Ana Luisa, and I clipped them together by the ends. Like I opened each one up from the clip to the end of the other one, put them together, wrap them around my neck, and then I have the perfect stack look. You don't really have to worry about them getting tangled or ruining the piece, and I just find that this is really classic and timeless. It's a beautiful way to wear your gold jewelry. Ana Luisa is a sustainable company. They offset 100% of their carbon emissions from start to end of the developing of the jewelry, to their raw materials, to how they dispose of the jewelry afterwards. Whatever they kind of take from the earth, they give back, and I'm just a really huge supporter of the company. Another thing that I like about these products is that I sometimes forget to take them off when I'm having a shower, and they don't turn green, they don't give me a reaction, nothing. They're just really good and well-made products. Ana Luisa is having a Black Friday campaign. I have a link for you guys in the caption if you wanted to shop any of these beautiful pieces. All right, let's jump on into my Sephora must-haves. So the first product that I'm going to touch on is the Drunk Elephant Shaba Complex Eye Serum. I make sure that I have this on before I do any makeup look because it gives you that moisturized and plump look, and it's beautiful under concealer and foundation. So let's put some on. I love Drunk Elephant's product packaging because the pump just twists out and then you can pop it back in, and it's easy to put in your travel bag, your makeup case, wherever. A little less than a dime size amount. I put it on both fingers and I apply as you normally would any eye serum. It's such a light consistency. And you can see it just blends in right away. There's no coloring, there's no thickness. That's why it's perfect for under makeup. Now that the eye serum is on, you're going to want to make sure that your face is hydrated as well. So I'm going to go in with the Charlotte's Magic Cream in Light. I did love her original product, but when it came out in the light version, I just had to have it. The other one was really, really good for extra dry skin, but this is really good for dry and combo. If you're oily, you could still use it. I mean, you would just need to really set with your favorite powder. So again, just a small amount. I put it in my hands. I actually like to warm up this product between my fingers before I put it on. And I got dragged for this in one of my other videos. I'm going to pat my moisturizer in, and when I blend, I'm always going to pull upwards because we want to age nicely. Okay, it's time for priming. Mine is Nice and Loved. Very used. It's the Professional Primer from Benefit Cosmetics. This is my absolute favorite primer of all time. I don't think there's one that could ever come that will change my mind, but when that day happens, I will for sure let you guys know. So again, back with my dime size amount. I like to use this only on my T-zone. I find I have very large pores on my cheeks and down my nose. This really fills it in and creates that beautiful canvas for your makeup to go on top of. So again, I put this on my fingers and I just apply in my T-zone. It is so soft, I can't explain this to you guys. You need to try it for yourself. But it's just perfect. And my face always gets a little red when I touch it, so I promise in like 30 seconds this will go down. I'm not allergic to the products, I don't know what it is. Every time I apply pressure, it just turns a little red. We are primed, we are ready to put on some foundation. Okay, so I have two favorites when it comes to full coverage foundations. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Becca Cosmetics Ultra Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I have this in my professional kit in almost every color that they sell. I used this when I freelanced in Mexico for one wedding that I did, and I was testing foundations every single day at the pool before the wedding day because I was like, I cannot have the bride and this bridal party's makeup dripping off in that humid Mexican weather. So this passed the test, 100% flying colors. If you're going on vacation, you want super glam and you don't want to worry about it coming off, 100% the 24-hour from Becca. A more newer favorite of mine is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. In this one I have shade 5.5. I'm a little confused with their shading process because a shade 5, I will show you, in Hollywood Filter is a lot darker than in the Airbrush foundation. So I will show you them side by side. Mind you, the Flawless is 5.5 and the Hollywood Filter is 5. The Airbrush Flawless Foundation is like a full coverage situation, and the Flawless Filter is more so like a tinted moisturizer or just something to give you like a little bit of a sun-kissed glow. So maybe that's why the numbers are a little bit off, but I mean, I don't work there, so I can't explain it to you guys. This is just my personal experience. But yeah, I'm newly in love with this foundation. It lasts all day. I haven't tried it on vacation because COVID. I'm hoping that in the future I can try it for you guys and let you know how long it stays. I just love the finish of this. Sometimes I don't even set this with powder. It is that good. Now that I've pulled out my Flawless Filter, I actually like to use this underneath medium or full coverage foundations. So let's do that today on camera. So I'm going to show you guys how it applies. If you put it on, it looks very promising in the coverage department, but rest assured, it is very sheer. Finish the other side. You guys can see that it's really just like a dewy, glowy situation on the face. It's really beautiful in the summertime when you want just a little bit of something on your face. You put some concealer on, you throw this on as well, and you've got that healthy glow. But right now I'm just going to use it underneath a fuller coverage foundation. Today I feel like continuing on this Charlotte Tilbury theme, so I'm going to continue with the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I like to do 2 pumps. You might need more than that, you might need less, but I always like to pump a little bit more just in case, so I don't have to keep going back and grabbing more foundation. So as you can see on the hand, it blends super nice. I also find that this is super buildable. You can use a little bit for more of a medium coverage, and then you can keep layering on to get that absolute full coverage. I like to stamp on my foundation. I also just wanted to see kind of how these 2 colors would blend together. And I think they're doing a really good job. But let's cover my life away. All of those sleepless nights, cover up the eye, like just like 1 stroke, she's covered. And another thing that I like about this foundation is that it doesn't feel heavy whatsoever on my skin. I haven't dipped again onto my hand. A little goes a long way. And if it isn't enough for you at first, you can always continue to put on more, like I said, just to layer to get a full coverage look. I also forgot to mention that I'm using a Sephora brush. It's the Sephora Pro Slanted Buffing Brush in the number 88. It's really just like short, stiff, and easy to blend. Oh my god. And I truly think that the importance of not getting that cakey feeling of makeup on your skin is how you prep before you put anything on. You have to make sure that your skin is clean, that you've exfoliated, you put some type of serum or moisturizer on, and then everything else is just a breeze after that. I feel like a lot of people don't really appreciate that step, kind of skip it and are rushing, or they don't actually know about it. So if you don't prep your skin before you put anything on, you're not going to get that glamorous, beautiful, lightweight look. Foundation is on, everything is looking beautiful. I'm going to go in and add my favorite powder and show you guys. If you guys haven't used the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless, oh my god, is this a Charlotte Tilbury sponsorship? I mean, it should be. Look at me, my whole face. Okay, anyways, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Skin Perfecting Powders. These are everything and more. They are so finely milled. They don't really add cakiness or kind of, you know, when things sit in your lines. This doesn't happen with this product. So I swap between shade medium 2 and then light 1. I tend to use medium 2 all over my face, and then I'll use the 1 just underneath the eye or anywhere that I want a little bit more brightening. I'm gonna start with the medium 2. I'm just gonna go in with my e.l.f. powder brush, super cute, and just dab in the areas that I think are gonna get a little bit oily and that need help setting. You can see I've only just put a little bit on and it kind of pulled those oils and just doing its job. I'm gonna swap out quickly for shade 1. I'm gonna take a smaller brush. This is from Morphe. This is the M510. And you guys can see when I put my brush in how much comes off. So try to be a little bit delicate. This is how you're gonna waste product if you're constantly swirling your brush in there. And you want to savor this for as long as you can. I'm going to take my Morphe brush and I'm just going to lightly underneath my eye and in places where I want things to just look a little bit lighter. This is my all-time favorite powder. I don't want her to ever discontinue this because I will be devastated. I don't even know what else I used before this. Like, I was using such thick powders like the Studio Fix MAC. Don't get me wrong, it's a really, really good product. I'm not putting it down, but sometimes you just want something a little bit lighter. Then I moved on to their Mineralize line, and I just think it's too light, so this is just like a nice in-between. This is the product that I need on right now because I'm wearing a white shirt. My face just looks kind of washed out beside it. Bronzer time. So this is a fairly new obsession of mine. If you guys watch my old videos, I love the Omega bronzer from Marc Jacobs, but I have slowly made the transition to the NARS Laguna bronzer in the matte version, not in the shimmery version, and I love it. But you guys need to be careful how much you put on the brush because the first time I used it, nobody warned me, and this needs to come on the package. YouTube influencers, Instagram influencers, you guys need to talk about this more. I dipped it in as much as I would have in any of my other bronzers, and I went to swipe it on my cheek and I had the most bronzer I have ever put on my life, and I sat there and I was like, how am I gonna fix this? So I just took like a brush with no makeup on, and I just literally took 2 minutes trying to blend it out. So please, please, please be careful if you have this product. That is the only downfall to it, but I mean, is it really a downfall if you only have to use a little bit of bronzer and it lasts you a long time? I'll show you guys what I mean. I'm just gonna dab a little bit into this bronzer. You can see, nothing drastic. I don't want any crazy bronze. Tap some off just in case. And see? Did you see that? I was so careful. I even tapped off the exit. Okay, so we're gonna do this together. Just blend in an upwards motion, and we're gonna get that beautiful bronze. It's a great color. I don't find it has like an orangey or a red undertone. It's also not too ash. It's kind of why I fell in love with it. But this product pigment, is it a blessing or a curse? I don't know. I'm gonna add some more on my forehead. Dabbed once. Okay, better. Maybe I'm just a little bit too heavy-handed, but this product saves lives when it comes to bronzing. I also have been really into nose contouring lately, so I'm gonna take, this is a MAC Cosmetics brush that is so old, the number has worn off. I wanna say it's a 220, but I'm not really sure. The 217 is their staple blending brush, and this is just a little bit more narrow than that. And just put this down the bridge of my nose. Nothing too much. I'm not going for an extremely snatched look today. If I was, I'd probably do this with cream contour underneath all my makeup, and then again with bronzer on top, but this is just a quick and fast version. Another tip with bronzer that I've been loving lately, and I think that JLo innovated all of this, I'm not sure, is bronzing underneath your lips. It's like, hello, wow. Even sometimes the top too. Just want to make them look extra plump. creating dimension that wasn't there before. Okay, great. I'm done with bronzer. That is the NARS Laguna Matte. We're gonna move on. Okay, blush favorites. So I go back and forth between cream and powder. Right now, I am loving peachy, pinky undertones. So my two favorites are the Laura Mercier Peach Powder Blush. I used to use the strawberry color from the same line, but I've been watching Jamie Genevieve on YouTube. I don't know if you guys follow her, but she is so funny and she's such a good makeup artist. And she always uses the peach, so I'm like, you know what? We have similar skin tones. Let me try it out. And I fell in love. But I also really love the Nude Sticks in Sunset Strip. You can tell by the packaging that this product is extremely loved by me. But I think for right now in the fall, it's a little bit too bright for the look that I'm going for. But their products are so versatile and so easy to use. You can use this on your cheek, you can use it on your eyes. Sometimes I even take my finger and I add it to my lip as well. And you can put this cream product on top of powder, which when you're learning to do makeup, that is like the biggest no-no. Like, do not put cream on top of powder or you're gonna have separation. But with this product, you can do it all. So a really good product by News. So for the purpose of this video and my Sephora favorites, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier in Peach. So I'm going to tap in. This is a Bella Pro Brush. I'm not even sure how long ago I got this, but through all of my cleansing and washes over the years, it has lasted, so she will remain in my brush kit. Again, a little bit goes a long way, but I do really love blush, so we're going to add a little more. I have started to put my blush on the highest bit of my cheek. I used to put it directly in the center, but I've kind of adapted and followed trends and realizing that placing products higher up on the cheekbone gives that like visual of like a facelift or like a cat look. So I like that vibe and we're gonna do that today. So I'm just gonna place a little bit on the top of my cheekbone and drag upwards. Such a beautiful warm color. And just gives a little bit of flush to the face. You guys can already see kind of my right side is lifted and my left side is still a little bit low. We're gonna add that on. Don't be scared to lay on the blush because it is always the first thing that kind of fades away from the face. So always at the beginning I'm like loading on blush and then by an hour or two it just slowly fades away. Ugh, I just love the glow that my whole face has right now. It's matching with my backdrop. I love it. Blush is done. We're gonna move on to some highlight. And I have been loving, it's the Universal 001 Dior palette. This is definitely a pricey product, but it is well worth it if you love to have that glowy look on the face because it not only gives you a highlighter for your cheekbones, but it also gives you a highlight for your blush and on top of your bronzer as well. So light up your whole face. I blend the lightest color with the gold color. The pigment payoff is really, really beautiful. And then I just trace the top of my cheekbone and I blend it out. And it's pretty much vanished. So I continue to layer because this is absolutely beautiful and you all need it in your life. If you're a professional makeup artist, this is really good to have for your kit as well because like it says, it's a universal highlight and it looks good on a lot of skin tones, so it saves you from packing multiple different packages when it comes in a little compact one like this. Down the bridge of my nose, I like to do a little exclamation mark. There we go, that's the dot of the exclamation mark. And then of course, buff it in. Beautiful, healthy glow. Absolute need. So my face is done. I'm going to now move on to eyes. I know I put some foundation on my eyes to begin with, but I picked up the Master Eye Kit from Makeup by Mario. You can tell mine is really loved and used. I also picked up the EF1 brush. This is a major need. Like, I can't even explain to you. I'm obsessed with dual-ended brushes, and this just like goes so perfectly together and gets the job done and makes your life so much easier. You need it. So you begin with dabbing the flat-ended brush into either of the colors, or you could mix them together, which I like to do. I find that this color is extremely light for me, but it's really good if I'm doing a colorful look or like a smoky eye and I really want the contrast of the color to pop out. But for today's purposes, I'm just gonna mix both of those colors together, and of course, On the bottom is a translucent powder where you flip the brush to the fluffy side, buff it in, and then set your eye before you continue with your eyeshadow or whatever look you're gonna do. I'm just gonna place this on the eye. You guys can see the pigment is really strong, very easy to blend. Sometimes you don't even need the fluffy side to blend out this portion. I only use it for applying the translucent powder. And if you guys also find that your mascara or liner smudges, I have that problem very badly. I'm not sure where the oil is coming from on my eyelids, but this really helps to eliminate that. For my must-have eyeshadow palettes, again, Charlotte Tilbury, sponsor me, what the hell. All I do is promote your stuff, but I love the Exagger Eyes palette and their holiday palette. I'll show you guys both. I use this almost every day. I can't explain to you guys how beautiful it is. It's a perfect blend of like a cool and warm tone. There is only one matte color. It's beautiful all over the eye or even just like near the lash line, and then you just pop a little bit of that shimmer on. It's not too intense. I promise you this is the perfect everyday eye palette. But if we're going for some versatile palette, this is their Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize palette. This palette I have been grabbing to use for anything. It has a great variety of colors, mattes, shimmers, perfect for the holiday season that's coming up, and I can't say enough about the pigmentation and the easiness to blend them out. Today's purposes, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Holiday Palette, and I'm going to be using a mix of the Happy Glow, which is the first one, and I think the Seduce Glow, because I love that dark brown. So to begin, I'm going to take the brown and the Happy Glow. This is going to be my first base color and transition color. So again, really good color payoff, but super easy to blend. So you can have it as an intense color, you can have it smoked out, kind of like what I'm doing. I've only dipped in twice, and I always like to drag up by my eyebrow because it gives it that really lifted look. I'm gonna go in with the bronze, darker bronze color from the Happy Glow. I'm gonna place this in the center of my eye and towards the outer corner. You guys can see that it is shimmer, but it's not like a glitter sparkle in your face. It's very subtle and beautiful. Then I'm gonna flip my brush and go in with the gold and do the inner corner for more of like a warmer gold look. And I kind of drag that all over the lid to mesh the colors together. Back in with the transition color, create some separation, and drag it upwards again. You can even take the same brush, and I'm going to dip into the Seduce Glow, the brown, and I'm just going to focus this kind of where the crease of my eye ends, and I'm just going to continue to buff this out. You can even drag it upwards to continue on with that cat eye look. So I'm kind of going to do both. You can already tell that it's blending better. Just constantly circle motions on the eye. Don't do any dragging situations. You're going to put color where you don't want it. Just try to lightly buff it in with circles and drag it to the area that you want. You can also leave it just a little bit darker in the crease section to get more dimension. Back with my flat brush, Seduce Glow also, it's the left color. I don't know if these have names. They don't. It's like a darker bronzy gold, and I'm just going to add that to the outer corner and drag it in so that the highlight colors blend together a little nicer. Going in with like a pencil brush, I'm going to go back to that bronze color and mix it a little bit with the dark brown color and take it underneath my eye, but just in the outer corner to tie everything together. So I finished the other eye, and I also added a nude liner in my waterline because I find it helps my eyes pop when I'm doing a little bit more of a dramatic look. And then I realized that I don't have my eyebrows done, and that is very unlike me when I do my makeup look, but I guess for the purposes of Sephora favorites, I chose to do it in this order. But my favorite eyebrow pencil forever will be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. Take the spoolie and I always brush up the brow hair lately I've been into that soap eyebrow look where you smash them up and you get them nice and stuck on the face going in an upward motion, but today we're just gonna fill them in. So I always start underneath and I like to drag downwards because I find that that also helps to give the illusion of like a lifted eye and face by dragging down in the front and then elevating here at the top of your arch. You do some brush hairs at the front of my brow, and then I just blend that in. And I find always going back in with the spoolie is what gives your brows that natural look. Brows are done. I am jumping around like a buffoon, but the second brow product that I like to use is the Gimme Brow by Benefit Cosmetics. I have a huge bucket here full of products, so that's why I'm constantly reaching in, but mine is super loved. I won't even zoom in for you guys to see, but it's that iconic little silver bullet. You open it up and it has like a really fiber texture, a short little brow brush, and then I just go through the brow and give it a little bit more volume and make sure that all the hairs are going in the right direction. Okay, moving on. If you guys like the look of like a tight lined black liner, my favorite one is the Marc Jacobs gel liner. This barely, so I'm not gonna say 100% foolproof, but barely moves in the waterline, and I like to use it on the top lash line to create a fuller lash look, especially when I'm not wearing falsies. This is always so ticklish. I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to that. Don't you think I should be like desensitized right now? Almost done, promise. Moving on to mascara. My absolute favorite ever is the XXX Magnum from Stila. I'm just gonna go in at the base, wiggle a little bit, and pull through. So that's just 4 passes through my eye, and you can already tell that there's gonna be some nice, long, full lashes, which is what we want. I got this sent to me in PR 2 years ago, I think. And I have purchased 4 or 5 since. Obsessed. So once I do the first layer, I kind of just leave it. I want to add a little bit more on this eye. I leave it for about 60 seconds, and then I go in with a second layer. Eyes are done, mascara is on, and the last step is lips. This lipstick is from Smashbox. They actually sent it to me in a PR package. It's called Easy, but it comes in a set of 3. So 1 dark purple, 1 red for the holidays, and then 1 neutral color. To top off lip colors, or even to use on my own, my last lip favorite from Sephora would have to be the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. It smells so good. I always want to eat it, which is gross, but like, come on, don't tell me that you don't ever feel that way towards glosses. It is so cute as a lip topper, and then even just on its own if you have really chapped lips. I know winter is coming, so we all need to brace for that, but just ties everything together and creates that dewy finish. Last but not least, the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Again, Charlotte, I'm here for you one more time. There are so many setting sprays on the market, so when I got this one, I was like, I don't really know how well that's gonna work. But on the front, it says party all day, stay all night. You do. I layer this on like 2 or 3 times when I finish my makeup, but when I go out and I see friends, they're like, how does your face not look oily? Like, how is your makeup still look as good as when you came? It's probably way more than I needed, but I love it. The best setting spray to ever hit the market. If there's one thing that you guys are going to take away from this Sephora favorites, I hope it's the setting spray, because it's really changed my makeup routine, and I want the same for you guys. Okay, I have some honorable mentions that didn't make the cut, especially because I don't really want to be taking off my makeup right now and showing you skincare, but Cleansing Balm from Pharmacy. This is an absolute game changer in taking off your makeup, and it's way better for your skin versus like a harsh, chemically infested makeup wipe. It is called the Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm, and this is a clean company at Sephora. Continuing with some skincare, the Super Mud Mask from Glam Glow is one of my absolute favorites. This has charcoal in it, and it kind of just extracts all of your imperfections. I have a lot of deep pores on my nose, so I like to put this on at least twice a week, and I find it does a really good cleaning of that. It is just overall a really good product, and it dries down really fast, so you don't have to worry about, if you're moving around while you have it on, it getting on other products. Super mud. You need it. Another good mask that I like is from Origins. It's called Out of Trouble, and it's a 10-minute rescue problem skin mask. This one has been a staple in my skincare. When I find that I have flare-ups or inflammation, I just put it on for 10 minutes, take it off, and I find that my skin looks a little bit better. However, it does have like a funny smell to it. It kind of smells like Vicks. It doesn't bug me, but if you're sensitive to kind of like a harsher smelling product, this maybe won't be for you. I really love it. The final skin product I'm going to show you guys is the Lala Retro Whipped Cream from Drunk Elephant. I like this product because it is so versatile, and it's one of my favorite products to use in the wintertime because I get really, really dry. It's very thick, and it has a large surface area here for when you pump up. You can put your serums, you can put your SPF, you can put anything on, mix it together here on the platform, and then put it on your face. I use this on my elbows. Sometimes I use it on my legs if they're really dry. It is just like a multi-purpose product, and it is a staple to have in your skincare kit. Moving on to hair care. Number one, if you're going on vacation, you need something for humidity. I have the lightest, frizziest hair, and I cannot for the life of me tame my hair while I'm in a humid climate. So, Living Proof, this is their Frizz line Humidity Shield. I swear by it. Very easy to use. After I've styled, I just kind of spray it all over and I mix it in with my fingers. It absorbs it really well, and it does block your hair from that beautiful humidity you get while you're traveling. And I didn't use this in the video, and I don't know why. I probably got distracted, but this is my number one concealer. I suggest it to anybody and everybody. You only have to use the smallest amount, and trust me, it covers both of your under eyes. And you can use it for spot blemishing as well. I can't say enough good things about this IT Cosmetics waterproof anti-aging concealer. Now I'm finished, even though I skipped a few steps and I'm really sad about it. Hopefully I kind of introduced you to some new products, helped you revisit some old favorites that maybe you've forgotten about, and helped you make your decision for the Sephora holiday sale. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos.